Adrian Petrila. He's the mayor of St. Pete Beach, Florida, which is a barrier island community just off the mainland of St. Petersburg. So you see it right there on this map. Adrian, thank you so much for being here with us. It's my understanding here, as we again have now learned, that this has been upgraded to a Category 5 yet again, about 480 miles from where you're at. It sounds like you, at this moment, are having to evacuate pretty quickly.
Hopefully I'm the last one here. I'm just about ready to leave. I mean, really the message for today is please leave. Everybody needs to evacuate. There should be no reason for anyone to still be here. Any preparations that need to be done should have been done by now. And I'm heading out here as soon as we're done.
And I'm looking at the scene there behind you. Clearly, there's a lot of devastation that you've already experienced from Helene. What are you hearing from your constituents there as they try to leave their homes now behind with, the debris still in their yard?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Helene was absolutely catastrophic. It was absolutely devastating. Probably 80–90% of homes on the island had some kind of water intrusion or flooding. It's been, a little over a week and a half, and we still have, as you see behind me, every single house still has a lot of debris from the cleanup just from the last week. And that's a huge concern, right? So whether we get wind or whether we get storm surge, if we get wind, we've got flying shrapnel. If we get storm surge, we're going to have stuff all over the roads impeding, emergency services coming back in here. We're going to have a huge mess to clean up no matter what, an even bigger mess than we already have.
I'm not sure that I took into account the flying shrapnel that you just mentioned there because of all the debris from the previous storm. What are authorities telling anyone to do about any of that?
There's not much we can do at this point. We've had the National Guard in here for the last couple of days. They've done what they can, but, we have 93 avenues north to south just on this island. We're one of 11 barrier islands in Pinellas County. The task just is insurmountable. I mean, the amount of, again, just keep in mind, 80–90% of homes on our island had some kind of water intrusion. So 80–90% of homes look just like this one behind me. 3,000–4,000 homes just like this, just in our city.
Can I ask you on a personal note, as a resident there, are you worried about what you're going to return to?
This is a conversation my wife and I have had several times in the last couple of days. I'm not sure what we're coming back to. Hopefully we'll come back to something. It really depends on where the storm lands at this point.
It's hard. It's emotional, I'm sure, especially for hurricane-hardened folk there in Florida. This is still a historic storm. And I'm mentioning here that the mayor of Tampa had a stark warning saying if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you are going to die. Have you ever heard a warning like that in all your time in Florida?
No, I mean, it's absolutely incredible, but, she's absolutely right. We are encouraging everybody to leave. We had multiple fatalities during Helene just about a week and a half ago. This storm is preparing to be much worse than what we had. I'm encouraging everybody to leave. We're about to close all the bridges and access to the island here at 7 p.m. You can still get out, but if you're not out yet, please leave. There should be no reason for anyone to stay behind. At this point, you've done what you can, but the most important thing is, make sure you stay alive. Get out and evacuate as soon as possible if you haven't done so yet.
Wow. Mayor Petrila, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We wish you well. Please be safe. I see it looks like there maybe is one other person out there evacuating right there behind you. So thank you so much for spending this time and be safe.
Thank you.